They kind of got an interesting,
yeah, like a dome on them.
Yeah, interesting little shape. Definitely still some oldies down there. Those drum brakes are bigger than my wheels. So yeah, we've got a couple of good 240 SXs over here. Some stickers for all the extra horsepower. Then this strange piping, and it goes to, oh, it's supercharged. There's 2 Rampages back there. Rampage! So just a quick update here, no idea what video this will be in, but I am in, well, what's currently pretty beautiful northern Ohio, and I actually managed to make it here just barely because gas is about 30 cents cheaper than Michigan. I just put in 11.436 gallons of gas, and I am at 381.3 miles on the trip, which comes out to just over 33.3 miles to the gallon. So that is awesome. Like, I cannot believe I made it 381 miles on a tank, and who knows, there could be some left in there since it's supposed to be like a 13.2 gallon tank, but the needle was way below the E. So car is getting excellent gas mileage. I'm actually going back to Jaycob's real quick to go to the junkyard and have some more fun. But then I'll be on my way to Colorado. Jaycob and I are headed to the junkyard, and he just told me this story about how he got out of a ticket today. So what happened?
This car got me out of a ticket the other day because I basically joked my way out of it. So I get pulled over. I'm doing 85 and a 70 on the highway because cruise control doesn't work on this thing. I wasn't paying attention how fast I was going, and I didn't think this thing was capable of that. So I'm just driving. I see the cop, but look how fast I'm going. I'm like, well, he's pretty much got me. He pulls out, puts his lights on, pulls me over. He goes, any reason for speeding? And I said, well, it took me like the last 15 miles to get up to 85 miles an hour, so I thought I earned it. And he just started laughing. And then he goes back to the car, comes back. He's like, I'm going to let you off with a warning. He's like, just watch your speed. And I was like, don't worry, I don't have enough distance to get back up to that speed again anyway.
I can't believe you had the balls to do that. And he just laughed again and left.
Yeah, he just laughed again and let me go.
Oh man, the Grand Am, the beast. I can't, that's amazing. Alright, so I'm back at that junkyard that rejected us before with Jaycob and a couple of his friends, and you can see all these old cars. Like, the further you go down in the stack, I guess the older they are.
Actually, no, these are fresh piles.
True, but yeah, there's definitely still some oldies down there. Those drum brakes are bigger than my wheels. Oh man, look at all these rotted out, ancient, cool fenders. Holy crap. And then there's just new crap, Blazer, stuff like that, who cares? What is that thing up there? That's kind of cool. It used to have a little winged badge on it. I don't know what that is.
That used to be an old Chevy up there.
Is it? Yeah. Huh, that's crazy. This junkyard used to just stretch out into the woods. Jaycob says they pulled a whole bunch of cars, but they still got some down this path over here. There's just so many old cars like that, like stuff from the, I don't even know, 50s, 60s especially. There's tons of them. Old wagon over here. But most of them are well beyond anything you'd...
That back window's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Well beyond anything you'd be able to like restore. Not many good parts left on almost all of them, but...
Still an engine and carburetor on that one.
Oh, holy crap, that's a mossy engine. Wow. Wow. So yeah, we're gonna keep exploring for a little bit. We found this old pont over here. We're not quite sure what it is. It's definitely seen better days. The hood just kind of bends, and there is some old V8 in there. Ugh. But yeah, that thing's pretty in there. Pretty in the bushes here. I'll show you real quick why it's a pont. Hadn't heard of this brand before, but apparently it was pretty big back in the day. The old pont. Yeah, definitely had a nice front rear end collision. Real nice interior on this. Ooh, jeez, it's been a few things have been living in them. 2-spoke steering wheel. Catalina, I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe just like a trim level. But maybe it was a Pont Catalina. This thing is pretty crazy. It's an old Packard that's just on its side. That's what I was thinking, but no, because the ones on the ends are by themselves. Check this out. It's a Packard, and it's got 8 plugs. Kind of, some of them are just sort of next to each other.
Yeah, you're right.
So, but some are on the end, so it must be an inline 8. That's a big ol' long boy. Eat your heart out, 2JZ.
Yeah, American.
Yeah, this is just a whole other area. That's the path we were just down with that Packard flipped on its side and the pont. And this is an old, what'd you say this was, Cadillac?
Cadillac or a Buick? I can't really tell.
Huh. And then there's more So you're back here. Apparently this whole area used to just be like 2 or 3 cars high. Also found a Lincoln Mark IV, probably late 70s or something. Someone correct me in the comments because that's what y'all are there for.
That's really big.
Definitely a big engine. I mean, that looks at least as big as the 440 that was in your...
Yeah, it's big.
But this is Ford, so I have no idea what it would be. What do they have, like the...
427.
I was gonna say 4 something Windsor or whatever they always call them.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than a 351.
Yeah, I don't know crap about American engines if I'm being honest with you, but got that classic bump on the back. Continental. Tie-dye F-150, tie-dye. Camouflage F-150 over there.
Oh, yeah.
Tie-dye would be cooler though.
It's been here for a minute.
Yeah. We've got one old truck car over here. We're not sure exactly what it is. I think it might be an El Camino, but then there's also a Ford Ranchero over here, which is pretty cool. Obviously, again, more old stuff. And then the river where you dump the bodies.
I think we almost had one go in.
She's just trying. Oh man. And then, but yeah, we got this Ford right here with the big old headlights and the pointy nose and a huge front valence engine that looks kind of cool. Something in the 300 cubic inches range. Completely squashed bed, bench seat, 2-spoke steering wheel again. I think it's pretty cool. Just, you know, well beyond its day. I'm just gonna push you all down there and then take your car. Oh wait, I don't want the Grand Am.
No, you can take his Focus.
Oh, there you go.
Keys are in it.
Nice. In an area with some sort of more familiar territory. This is a Plymouth Laser, an early one. It's a 240SX.
It's a single jingle.
Yeah. K24. So yeah, we've got a couple of good 240SXs over here. This one probably would have been somebody's drift car.
Just an E?
Eagle, Talon, some Volkswagens, Mazda MX-3. We got a Mitsubishi 3000 GT. We got a post facelift. Guess it's a Plymouth Laser or an Eagle Talon, one or the other. It doesn't have the badging on it. It's got some stickers for all the extra horsepower. Clearly sponsored by a whole bunch of awesome brands. It's been painted a horrible green and then horrible black. Ford Festiva, I still want one of these so bad. A Steve for any of you who watch Reagan Carlson. And then I guess there's a few Ford Probes over here as well. Little Civic. So yeah, lots of cool stuff over here. We've also got a Renault, a little Toyota. This is kind of cool. What is this? Oh, it is another Ford Probe. They look sort of like 240s. Audi, and then some more old stuff. We've been looking at this thing more. It's a Mazda Millennia S, and it's a V6. And the weird thing is it's like intake right there, then this strange piping, and it goes to, oh, it's supercharged. Really? That's a supercharger.
Yes, it is. Holy cow, yeah.
That's a supercharger. We couldn't figure it out. We're like, why does the intake piping go like that and go around, and it goes to an intercooler?
That's what the S stands for. That's what the S stands for, is supercharged.
So it's a supercharged V6 Mazda, which would have been shared with the Ford you were saying, right?
Taurus.
But wait, wouldn't it be...
It's a Taurus chassis.
It would technically be like, it's not a root style, is it?
Well, it's got a, here, you hold
it goes
that.
through the intercooler.
So this is the supercharger. And then right here, it's even got a little
this is all
controller.
Or all supercharger, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the supercharger.
So this is to cool the superchargers.
Right. So there must be another intercooler back here, you would think.
Right there. That's right here.
This is, yeah.
Oh, so okay, so that's interesting. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, so there's a little tiny intercooler up here. There's another little tiny one back there, and then I guess it goes down into the intake right here. And there's something, so the supercharger goes over. Oh, so the supercharger charges this inlet and this inlet. This is a weird design.
I want that.
So Jacob just looked this up, and it's a 2.3 liter V6. How many horsepower?
210 horsepower. I don't think it gave a torque figure.
Yeah, so 210 horsepower.
It's the same as the Unos.
Oh, okay, yep. So that makes sense. But yeah, so it's not shared with Ford. This Mazda Unos, weird engineering. Oh yeah, here's the intercooler. You can see it stretches down that way, and there's that little intercooler right there. So
Inlet
this
bulb.
is just, so this is literally just an intake for the intercooler, and that's an intercooler right there. So those two suck in air for the two intercoolers, which cool the air that comes from the supercharger right there and goes.
I bet it's like a dual throttle body in here.
Yeah,
So one
and
goes
then
in
this
one and-
this goes in there and then must come up right through there and go to this
I
head.
wonder if they didn't last purely because of how much
This is
crazy
coolant.
engineering.
I bet that's coolant.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
So they go in, this one goes into here, this one goes into here, and then they go in and then get pushed down in.
Oh yeah. Well, no, because this is the intake for the heads, and there's another one back here. So I think what happens is it goes, so the air gets sucked through inlets somewhere for these intercoolers, and then it comes out of the supercharger right here.
There's probably an inlet below this for the supercharger that comes in.
Oh, here's the throttle body right here. So the air comes in there into the supercharger, goes
then
out
it comes
through
out.
this and goes out through that, goes through that and comes back up here to go into this inlet and comes out through
this
there
is
and
like-
goes through this intercooler and goes into there to go into this inlet.
This is like a Roots centrifugal hybrid deal going on here.
Yeah.
I don't know, but this is pretty interesting. Never seen one of these before. 2.3 V6 from Mazda
It's
with a
unusual to see one of
supercharger.
these around here because people don't buy imports around here, especially not cool ones.
So, you know, it's pretty old. Found the Mullet section. Bunch of old truck cars. Might have been the old truck section before they cleaned out the yard.
Definitely a 300.
Another Chrysler 300.
Yeah. I never noticed this one back there.
Kind of crazy. Not much.
This
Yeah.
is an earlier one because it doesn't have the hideaway headlights on it.
Oh yeah, not much left on it. Big protruding front end. Ooh, a Galaxy. That'd be a sweet badging to have. Galaxy letters. Each individually attached to the car though.
I wonder what the subframe on this thing looks like.
Some old Chevys. Hello! Oh look, an old police car.
I'm gonna call Nate and tell him to come back.
He's right there.
Oh, is he right there?
Yup.
Tell him to come over here.
Come over here, Nate.
I found something.
Rampage! I think we're pretty much done here at the junkyard, but there's some cool stuff back here. There's a Mustang, a little tiny black car up there. Not 100% sure what it is. Kind of cool thing right here with a big old engine. I don't know what this is. That's definitely,
Does it have 8 cylinders?
no, it's an inline 6, but it's like dual.
It's got the intake and exhaust on the same side.
Yeah, they're like symmetrical right next to each other ports. God, look at that engine block. It's just a massive round
Oh my god.
thing. Holy crap. That radiator isn't in terrible shape. The interior is pretty bad.
Yeah, the rest of it's a little sweaty.
Yeah,
Look at the horns.
I can't. Oh yeah, dual
These are
horns.
the, like older Wounded
Oh,
horns.
those would be sick to take. They kind of got an interesting,
Yeah, like a dome on them.
yeah, interesting little shape.
It's like an electric turbo, right?
Yeah, going right there.
Let's hold
Nice,
up with
nice little. You know, more than a handful is just a waste on a horn, is what I always say. And then I really like this thing, whatever it is, inline 6. It's kind of a. It's apparently a Chevy of some kind, but it's got some cool going on for sure. Well, cool. Thanks for showing me the junkyard, Jacob. This place is pretty sick.
I still find stuff I haven't found yet back here too.
Yeah, like that supercharged Mazda.
Yeah.
Thing's weird. Also, I was looking at this thing a little more. I really do want those horns, but they don't quite want to come off, and those bolts are just completely round. And just look how big this fender was, first of all, for days. And then it's been here for a long time. Look at that tree growing up through here around the brake drum and everything. That's just insane. Super cool. I keep thinking I'm done, but check this out. All these wires are just exposed now because the insulation just wears away. See, this is the insulation. Oh, it was a cloth. It was that old cloth style. It's heat resistant. So literally all these wires are just exposed. That's so crazy. All right, so I was kind of obsessed with this thing, and I did figure out it is an inline 8. I don't remember if I said it was a 6 before, but there's definitely 8 spark plugs, 8 sets of valves. That's really cool. And I managed to get the horns off of it because I just love these things, and they're just so cool. That little snail design and the dome on top. So that's my souvenir for the day. Found this old camper. It's pretty crazy on our way out. And you can't get into the door, but you can also just climb into the engine bay. And it actually kind of smells not that bad in here.
There's a candle.
Oh, there's a candle, that's why. We're wondering if somebody's been living in this friggin' thing. And radiator hose. And check out this old blender. That's actually what caught my eye most.
Oh, there's little fake flowers.
This thing is sick. A mix master.
Coffee machine.
Oh, it's a little bit frozen up, but this thing is bomb. And yeah, coffee maker, glass stuff, a pipe.
Toilet shower combo.
Toilet
Check
shower.
this shit out.
Luxury? Ooh, buddy.
You can shit while you're taking a shower.
Oh, that's like ideal. Oh, I smell bad in there. There's a tire on the bed.
A really nice
Some
tire.
cabinets. Hey.
Wow. This whole thing is in pretty.
And here's the fridge, the Royal Domestic. Automatic gas electric. Wait, made in Sweden. That's some quality product right there. Little tiny stove. This thing is so cute. Oh my god. Yeah, this is cool. Owner's manual for the executive motorhome. Is that a toolkit? Oh no, just all the documentation for this thing. Holy crap. Enjoying your executive motorhome. Roof-mounted air conditioning. Automotive air conditioning. It's got a CB. People have this highlighted for the important bits. Gas water heater. Wow, this is crazy. This is awesome.
Dude, this dude really likes Sloth.
What? What the hell?
Sloth.
Oh no! Hold on. Can you grab that, Jacob?
There's-
This is still somebody's stuff, so I don't want to like destroy
Look
it.
at all these sloths.
Yeah, can you grab that painting?
Jacob, show him all the sloths.
Oh, there's like a painting of somebody.
Like a sloth.
Somebody
Sloth?
loves sloths.
Sloth. 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 They're all the same sloth too.
What is going on here? That's amazing. Somebody's artwork from high school. Dustin Goebel. Dustin Goebel, if you
Oh,
ever
shit.
see this, we
That
found
name
your
sounds really
sloths.
familiar.
Yeah, because that's the goal. That's the yard.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It must be his kid's
One
stuff.
of those had a date of 2000.
He must have took drafting because these are a lot of drafting.
Wow.
things.
And there's a sloth. There's another sloth at the bottom.
Where-
Keep going. Keep going. It's like an interpretive sloth.
Look, there's a sloth. There's a picture of a sloth.
What is happening? Yep.
There's a date.
Wow.
Oh, look,
That's so cool.
2003.
We should take this stuff up there and be like, can we have the sloths? We want to pay your kids for the sloths.
Yeah, but no, legit, those sloths are bomb.
There's another one.
Look.
A sleepy sloth. This is amazing.
I think that's it.
You didn't get a great grade for the sleepy sloth.
Gotta be-
Well, it's got a B
gotta be
plus. But rendering B minus, typographic C, collage D plus. No hair/fur. What? What do you mean? That thing is hairy as heck. Oh, I guess it was supposed to be 3D. Look at this one in the background. Look at the background sloth. He's drooling all over the tree. This is incredible.
Oh my gosh.
I want the sloth collection.
I know, right?
Well, I got the real junk on the way out. The 3G Eclipses. So, yeah, but at least I got the horns. And, those are some interesting wheels. But yeah, so this is a lot of fun. Oh. Bye, Weird Junkyard. So, final update on the Junkyard. That was a lot of fun. And I did get the Awuga horns for $5 for the pair, which is awesome. And I actually asked him, and I managed to get the sloths. They used to be his sons. And he works for the motorcycle museum down in Pickering, I guess, and he does art and design, but so I've got the sloths now. It's so sick. So we just headed back to Rust Belt Garage, and then I gotta head to Colorado. Thanks again, Jacob.